Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. That's our verse for this week's Wednesday word of encouragement. It's found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. It's in the great Sermon on the Mount that Matthew records for us here in his gospel. And these things that Jesus is talking about in this passage, we find earlier in this chapter 6, where he's talking about things like food, things like clothes, housing. And Jesus says, God takes care of the animals. Don't you think he'll take greater care of you? And so he tells us that if we won't worry about these things and seek God, then God's going to take care of us. He's going to give us these things. In fact, that idea of worry is in that very next verse where he says, don't worry about tomorrow. We don't need to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. There'll be enough trouble there. Each day has enough trouble in and of itself. And each day in the midst of our troubles, and we know from the scriptures and we know from life experience, sometimes the troubles that we run into might have to do with our possessions, and it might have to do with our bank account, and it might have to do with the food in our refrigerator. But the point is that Jesus is saying that if we'll seek God first, then all of these things will be given to us, and we don't need to worry about them. That even a greater promise is that he will never leave us nor forsake us. And we can get through each day when we seek the right things. Everything will come into place. And that's a wonderful word of encouragement for us. And maybe that touches base with you today. The things that God is saying through Jesus to us is, don't be worrying, don't fret. God will take care of us. He'll take care of you. He'll take care of me if we'll keep ourselves focused on him and his kingdom. How do we do that? By being in his word, by being in prayer, by putting him first in all things. So for your word of encouragement today, remember Matthew 6:33, Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. God bless you today. God bless you this week. And seek the Lord in all things.